David, first of all, Phil Butterworth's taken your vice chairman reins. How pleased are you that Phil's been given the role?
Really pleased. I did give Dale that advice, and I'm just ecstatic for Phil that he's got the role. I love doing it. I still will keep my association with Forest Green Rovers, but I can't be vice chair for obvious reasons, and to me Phil was the obvious person. I'm really pleased that Dale has offered him that post and he's accepted it.
Yeah. On that note, congratulations on winning your seat back in Parliament. How pleased are you with that, and how probably surprised in some ways?
Well, I'm always surprised because I've always been surprised when I've won, but I won 4 and lost 3, so to me that's a good score in football and it's a good score in elections. But you know, the world is full of surprises, so we'll have to see where we go to from here. So, you know, I won't be doing anything other than helping the local community, and one way in which I can help the local community is make sure that Forest Green Roads go even higher.
Yeah, it was really a season for, looking back on last season and your election, as a season for the underdog, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and I said that no one expected us really to get there. People kept hoping and thinking that Dale may be onto something. But, you know, to be fair to Dale, the investment's paid off. We're now in a new world. We've got to hold our status, and we've got to improve on that status. And likewise with elections, I've been there, I've done it, I've got various T-shirts, but we now need to make sure that you know, we use the position of MP to make sure that Stroud has got a status, and hopefully Forest Green and Stroud constituency can go forward together.
Yeah, going back to Forest Green in the main, off the pitch, Helen was announced as the chief executive. How pleased are you that Helen got that role?
Very, because Helen has, alongside Dale Vince, held the club together along with the company, and Helen's done so much work behind the scenes with the likes of Phil Butterworth that in a sense it's now about making sure that we're a fully professional, fully organised club who can do the things that we've got to do to now be a Football League club. And if you want a safe pair of hands, there's no safer pair of hands than Helen Taylor.
Yeah, it's a brave new world now for Forest Green. How important is it for the club to get that move to Eco Park ASAP?
Well, it's very important. It's not just about the football club, but it's about the jobs, but it's about the status of us as a district. That's why I've always been interested in, of course, the football, but it's about making sure that Stroud District as a whole is able to hold its head up high alongside Cheltenham and Gloucester for the rugby. Sadly, Gloucester City will take some time to come back. They will do one day, but it's going to be some time in the future. And then, of course, Cheltenham have got Cheltenham Town. Now we've got Forest Green Rovers in Stroud District. We are pulling our weight, and we must always do that, and we must make sure that Stroud District stands for something really tangible, and Forest Green Rovers is one of those elements of tangibility.
I mean, it's quite feasible. Bristol Rovers proved it, that you can get back-to-back promotions. How much of a problem does it create up here if Forest Green is a great problem to have if they go into League One, but sustaining League One football on top of the hill?
Well, we get the parking problems, we get the access problems, we get the management problems within the ground. Yes, this is a ground that was always built with the capability of taking Football League, but it's not quite the same thing as when you get Football League. So we'll obviously suck it and see this year. We get the police point in, we get some of the access arrangements sorted, but it's a huge ask. We are still a very small club. I mean, people forget that when you go to other teams in the Football League, particularly League Two, they've got tens of people, and we've still got a very small core staff. Now, you know, it won't be my problem per se, but I will be here working as a volunteer at home games if they have me, because I think that's what we all have to do. We all have to play our part, whether it's the car parking, which I've done in the past, or what I've offered to do, which is help with opposition fans, because we need to manage them. We need to make them feel welcome, you know, because I always think if you make football fans feel welcome, in the main they behave. But if you think they're just a load who are going to come here and make trouble, well, of course, sometimes that is what happens. But, you know, we'll have 400, 500, we'll have more than that when it's Swindon and Cheltenham and Coventry and Yeovil. So we've got to manage those people and make them feel really welcome, and when we take the points off them, they won't be too upset because they've had a nice day out. And a lot of fans will come here because we are, you know, we're the name in football now. Lots of people are hearing about us because we're different. We're not doing things the normal way. But we still got to manage those people and manage their expectations and make sure that we do the things we got to do, which is get out of the Football League 2 and into Football League 1.
Brilliant. Thank you, David.
Okay.